This story is designed to be calm, slow, and gently uninteresting. Nothing urgent happens. Nothing surprising occurs. The sentences take their time, and the moments pass without effort. You may read it, or you may simply let the words drift by as sleep arrives naturally. The morning began in the same way it usually did, which was to say that it began without any special announcement. The light arrived first, not suddenly, but patiently, as if it had all the time in the world. It slipped between the curtains in thin, unremarkable lines and rested on the floor, where it stayed without doing much at all. The room held its shape. The walls were still walls. The ceiling remained above, quietly fulfilling its responsibility. There was a clock on the wall, and it was ticking in a manner that suggested it had been ticking for quite some time and planned to continue doing so. Nothing in the room felt the need to hurry. The bed was comfortable in a familiar way. Not in a dramatic way, not in a luxurious way, but in the way that comes from being used regularly and without complaint. The pillow had learned the shape of a head over many nights, and the blanket rested with a mild sense of purpose. Outside, the day waited politely. Sitting up happened slowly. Feet found the floor in their usual place. The floor was cool but not unpleasant. It was the same floor as yesterday, and it behaved in the same dependable way. A window showed the street below. The street was present, as always, and it looked much like it usually did. A few parked cars remained parked. A tree stood nearby, holding its leaves without comment. There was nothing in particular to observe, and that was perfectly acceptable. The morning continued in this quiet fashion, moving forward without asking for recognition. The kitchen was waiting, not eagerly, but reliably. It contained the items one would expect to find in a kitchen that had been used many times before. There was a table, there were chairs, there were cupboards that opened and closed with a familiar sound. The kettle sat on the counter, doing nothing yet. It did not mind waiting. When the kettle was eventually filled with water, the water did not react. It accepted its situation calmly. The kettle was placed on the stove, and the stove was turned on without ceremony.